thank Mr. Speaker for the opportunity to contribute to this debate. The motion as moved by one of our respected leaders in the House, Honorable James Faleke, could not have come at a time better than this. Nigeria today, like we all know, is faced with a myriad of problems. But I do say every time that the most pressing of our challenges, the most urgent of the issues that we need to address as a country is unemployment. Because unemployment is the father that is giving birth to virtually every other challenge that we have affecting us as a country. And so I also want to appreciate those who have spoken ahead for drawing attention to some very critical factors that we need to look at in considering this motion. For example, Mr. Speaker, a few days ago, I was reading a news item to the effect that the Dangote tomato manufacturing factory, which came into operation a few years ago, suspended operation and came back, has again gone back into a relapse of inefficiency. And I was asking the question, what exactly was the problem? I grew up in the town referred to by Honorable Cook, which is Jeba, where there was the paper mill. What led us into a situation where we became a country that derives pleasure in consuming those things that we do not produce? A few weeks ago, Toyota decided to establish its manufacturing hub in West Africa. Rather than coming to Nigeria, which is the huge market, the biggest market for their products in Africa, they decided to take their manufacturing outfit to Ghana with a population of less than 28 million. Why are we suffering from this case of not being able to rise as other nations of the world have risen to increase their capacity to produce those things that we need as a people? One of the reasons, Mr. Speaker, is because we do not protect our industrial concerns. If we give out bail to manufacturing concerns today and do not make laws or policies to protect them from unfair competition, we will relapse again into them going out of business in the next few years. A time there was in this country when we were producing car batteries. We had the Exide batteries and so many other outfits producing batteries. We know the number of cars in Nigeria. At the time we opened our borders, batteries were coming from all parts of the world. And those that were producing locally could no longer compete favorably with those batteries that were coming. So my point, Mr. Speaker, is that while agreeing on the need for us to pass this motion to provide substantial bailout for our industrial concerns, especially in areas where we have comparative advantage, we must also find a means of protecting those local industries so that the money we put into them will not go as the ones that we had spent earlier on building this industrial capacity. We must make laws. We must be ready to suffer some pains in banning the importation of this product that we are able to produce locally so that more people can go into those industries and be able to produce. And lastly, Mr. Speaker, I want to say that Nigeria is getting to a stage where we need to declare a state of emergency on unemployment. The problem, if it's allowed to fester beyond now, we cannot say what the implications will be. Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker.